Hey there, fellow founders. Are you looking to unlock the secrets behind rapid business growth? Join my vibrant meetup group where we dive into masterclasses on game-changing strategies every single month. We've tackled topics like building a lean marketing engine, crafting killer lead magnets, and leveraging gateway offers to sell high-ticket offers. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on the next one. Come share your experiences, learn from the best, and let's grow together. Sign up and be part of the next masterclass by going to events.sarahnoelblock.com. That's events.sarahnoelblock.com. Hello and welcome to episode 143, How to Sell Your Offers Quickly. I'm Sarah Noel Block. This is the Uncut Summer Series as part of the Tiny Marketing Pod. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 6 to 6K challenge. I have my chat open right over here, so feel free to say hi right in the chat. And what today is a welcome to the challenge and also a little preview of what you're going to get, what you should expect. So come say hi. I'll go first. Hi. And I'm going to share my screen so we can get into what this challenge will encompass and the important pieces that you'll need to know. All right, I'm going to add my screen to the screen. So this is the kickoff itself. So today, what I want you to do, because today is the welcome. Today is not part of the 6 days. Hi. Thank you for joining me, guys. And we want to set up the foundation to be able to hit the ground running with this challenge. It's super important to me that you actually meet your goals. So the first thing I want you to do is set your goal. So while my goal for you is $6,000. Sorry, I was distracted by the chat. Is $6,000 in 6 days. You might have a higher goal. And that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to show you what exists in the beginning of this challenge in a second. But you're allowed to go over if you want. And we're going to be tracking our progress in a shared dashboard so that you're keeping track of the outreaches that you're doing, the sales calls that you're getting, the sales that you're closing. I feel like it gets us a little bit more excited. Hi, Justine. To be able to really nail it and get our progress going. So we're going to have a dashboard so we can track each other's progress and just keep each other accountable. And remember, inside of the club, there is a community. So I want to talk about it. I want to hear about your wins. Make sure that you're vocal. You're talking about it. I'll tell you what works really well for me when I'm part of a challenge like this. And that's sharing wins and reading other people's wins. Because when I see that, I'm like, okay, I need to get my ass in gear. It's time to get started. So first thing we're going to do is set our goal. The next thing I want you to do, and I'm giving you 24 hours to do this, is build a 1K bridge offer. So I also, inside of the club, call this gateway offers. And some of you who are here today are already members of the Tiny Marketing Club. So you already have access. If you want to go and binge the gateway offer funnel, go ahead and do that. That is what a 1K bridge is. It is an offer that is $1,000 or less, and it brings people in. It builds a strategy, a foundation for them, and it allows you to move them forward to the next offer, which is your main high ticket offer. But it's the easiest thing to sell, and it's the easiest way to move people from one offer to the next. So I want you guys to build a bridge offer that would be easy to sell. And next, our end game goal is to book 24 calls. They don't have to take place during 6 days, but our end game is to book 24 calls during this 6 days because that is approximately the conversion rate that would get you to $6,000 with a 1K bridge offer. So this is what it will look like. I'm going to make myself slightly bigger. Okay. So this is what would look like. Today, I want you to choose 50 great fit prospects. So my go-to when I'm doing this and what I'm teaching you during this process is exactly what I do. This is exactly how I get booked out. So I'm not telling you to do anything that I don't do myself and that I haven't experienced working. In fact, the secret tasks I'm giving you that you'll see on this little map, they are the same tasks that I did to book $94,000 in contracts in 5 days. So if I can do that, you can book 6K in contracts in 6 days. So we're going to start by finding 50 great fit prospects. These numbers aren't pulled out of my ass. These are numbers because this is math. Sales is math. So 50 great prospects. I like to go to the niche communities and find them there. So if you are part of a Slack community, a circle group, Heartbeat, even Reddit channel that you're active on that has a lot of your dream clients, that's where you want to go. That's where you want to start to begin identifying those 50 prospects. Another thing I like to do, and anybody who's already a member of the club can do this now, go to the LinkedIn playbook inside of the club, because that also gives you a ton of ways to find your perfect dream fit prospects within LinkedIn. And it's super easy. They're right there and they're active. So that's another route you can go. So we're going to do this and we're not going to use Zoom info. We're not going to use Apollo. We're going to use this free shit that we already have. I just choked on my own spit. So it's going to be niche communities and LinkedIn primarily. If you have any other watering holes that you find clients pretty regularly, include that on the list. So what I do is I go to those niche communities and they almost always have directories. So I go to the directory and I scan for people who would be a good fit for my offer. And I start connecting with them on LinkedIn, sending the magic DM. And that's how I start building that list of dream fit prospects. I want you to do that. I want you to find 50. That's how we're going to start this. And I'm going to give you 24 hours to do this before I get into these secret tasks, because you're going to need a little time to prepare for this. So that's the first thing you're going to do. And the next thing you're going to do is start thinking about your bridge offer, something that is $1,000 or less that would be easy to sell to new prospects that you might, not have known before. It's easy to say yes to a high value, low cost offer. It's a lot harder to sell a $30,000 ticket offer to someone who you're just meeting. So this is the best way to get to that $6,000. So we're going to release your secret tasks throughout the week. And the first one will go out on Wednesday because I want to give you a little time to work on this. And our goal by the end is to get to 24 booked calls, because that should land you enough to convert to at least 6,000 in sales. All right, I'm going to close out of this so I can show you what's inside of the club right now. I'm going to make myself mini so you can see this better. So you can see right here, this is where the challenge lives. This is the 6 to 6K challenge. And right here, it begins. This is what you're going to work on over the next 24 hours. So this is the welcome call. Hi, welcome. And next is mastering your mindset for the 6 to 6K challenge. Let's get into that. So I've been talking to a lot of people as I've been talking about this challenge. And one of the biggest things that comes up for people is I don't feel comfortable selling. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to annoy people. That's probably the last one is probably the one that I hear most often. I don't want to annoy people. But when you are providing value and you're serving, you're solving a problem for someone, no one finds that annoying. So in this challenge, I'll also be talking about ways that you can sell without feeling that way because sales does not have to be salesy. What we do is we create value and we create a natural next step for people. The goal is not to convert someone who's not a good fit because that doesn't help me or you or anybody. The goal is to find the right fit person who needs you right now. And you're solving a problem that they need now. And that's why we're starting with that high value, low cost offer because you are providing something powerful for them without asking for the world in return. You're not asking for a year-long commitment. You're not asking for an excessive amount of money. You are just providing value. And I think that's really what the current state of things is leaning towards. While people are feeling uncomfortable making large purchases and large commitments because you don't know what tomorrow would look like, or what your business will look like, or what the economy will look like, these small offers provide something that is needed. It's an easy to say yes offer because they're in a position where they're feeling really scared and they need something that will solve their problem today quickly and without a large commitment. So, this is the best way that you can pull people in early. Dana, I see your question. I'm going to get to that. Some examples of offer value. Yes, let's talk about that. I'm going to go through the rest of this and then I'll get into any of your questions. So, everyone else, please drop your questions and we'll get into all of them in a second. So that's what I really want from you is to start thinking about the high value, low cost offer that will be easy for people to say yes to. Another thing about mindset is that if you aren't used to selling, everybody here is an indie consultant, and your job is to deliver the thing that you're amazing at. And that makes total sense. You probably worked corporate before. You are really good at your thing. And sales is just something that you're stuck with because you own a business. So, we're going to get into how to make sales feel valuable because it is. You're solving someone's problem, it's not manipulative. And that's something that you need to overcome in your mindset. So, I'm going to, I didn't want to click on that one. I'm going to click on this one. So, right here, I've created something a little bit different. I've created a journal companion for you. And what I want you to do is, and this is private, I won't see anything that you write in here. But when you click on this, it's going to open up a custom GPT that I've created. And what it does is it allows you to journal on the issues that you're having around selling. And it's designed to analyze your journal entry and give you an action plan so you know how to overcome it. So here it is. I have some prompts to help you get started if you aren't sure what to journal on. But it's not just free journaling, which is amazing in itself because it helps you really hone in on your intuition. It takes it one step further by analyzing your entry and giving you an action plan based off of your own blocks, your own internal blocks. So that's one of the first things I want you to work on. And the other thing, because I was talking to Melissa, who's here right now, and she was like, I have goals that are bigger than this. So, what I have right here is an offer planning and lead gen calculator. Some of you have already seen this because it also lives inside of the growth playbook, which we use at the beginning of the year to plan out our revenue for the year. But how this would work is you put in your revenue goal. So for this, it's likely $6,000 because that's the challenge, but it could be more. And you put in your offer price. What is your bridge offer price? I recommend something around $1,000. I usually go with just slightly lower than that because, psychologically, 997 is the same as 900, but it's not 1,000. So put your bridge offer price in here, and then it will show you, then you put in your conversion rate. So with this, I made the assumption of a 50% conversion rate. And then it'll show you how many leads you need exactly. So this is another thing that I want you to work on within the next 24 hours before we start our secret tasks. Hey there, amazing founders. Ready to take your business to the next level? Join our Gateway Offer Challenge and watch your sales soar. In this challenge, you'll get mini Gateway Offer trainings to perfect your offers. Learn how to structure your documentation so it sells for you. Create buzz around your offer and identify eager clients with our sales training. Plus, get exclusive outreach templates that take the guesswork out of prospecting. And because selling should be fun, we've gamified this challenge. Who can sell the most gateway offers? And let's not forget, you'll also learn how to effortlessly upsell to your signature offer. Ready to level up? Join the Gateway Offer Challenge today. Your business will thank you. Go to challenge.sarahnoelblock.com. That is CHALLENGE.SARAHNOELBLOCK.com. And last, I'm going to open up this. This is a masterclass. I'm building out a gateway offer, which is also a bridge offer. So that will lead right into this question. Can you talk about some examples of offers and offer value? So some bridge offers that would work really well for you. So for the record, in this masterclass, I go through a bunch of options for this. And for anybody who's here, who is also in the Tiny Marketing Club, go to the Gateway Offer Funnel course because that also has a bunch of different options. But since we're here and I'm talking anyway, let's talk about that. So some options for you. I like to do it in a 3-part system. And these 3 parts really help move someone from just that initial offer that's low risk enough that they're willing to say yes to someone who's relatively new into a main offer. So step 1 is an interview. You want to do something between like 45 minutes and 90 minutes, depending on how deep your offer will get. The second part is something documented. So they need something of value documented for them for it to be worth that price. So this document could look like a brief strategy. It could look like a roadmap. It could look like a report, an analysis, an audit. What you want is to identify what their challenges are right now, what their goals are, and then the document should show them the roadmap to get from challenge to goal. So your goal is to get them to the next milestone. Just one milestone. Doesn't have to be the world. Just one milestone closer to get to where they want to be. So that's what the document should have. And then the third part of the bridge offer or gateway offer is a live review session. This is important. So let's talk about why this is important. If you do proposals now and you just email them and you don't have a scheduled live review session, you're likely losing sales because that live review session makes all the difference in the world. It's where you can answer objections right on the spot and you can assess where they are. You can also identify, what is it that I put in this proposal that didn't really resonate with them? Let's tweak it live. That's why you want a 30-minute live review session at the end of this offer, because it allows you to have an opportunity to fix anything that they want adjustments on or that they have pushback on. It lets you explain the bridge. So it lets you explain, this is the challenge that you're experiencing right now. This is your goal. This is where you want to be a year from now. And this strategy that I've laid out for you, this is how you get from point A to point B. And this is how I can help you with it. So the next step during that review session is you explaining how your offer can help them accomplish that. So if you're a consultant, that might be execution, or it might be a series of trainings. If you are a coach, it could be a coaching program. If you are a service provider, it could be executing the entire thing for them. But, it's whatever your offer is. You want to be able to create a bridge between their challenge and their goal with this offer, so you can move them up to the next offer in your series. So while our initial goal for this challenge is to make $6,000 in 6 days, this is a bridge. That means that the $6,000 that you're going to earn over the next 6 days is just the starting point, because your goal is to move them up to the next offer. So let's say you sell 6 of these $1,000 bridge offers, and let's say 50% of those move up to your main offer. And we're going to say it's $10,000 for easy math. That's $30,000 that you're making with this 6-day challenge. So that is what our goal is. This initial 6,000 is just the bridge. We are moving them towards your main offers, and that's where we want to land. So I hope that answered your question, Dana. And that pretty much sums up what you're going to do within the next 24 hours. So I'm going to pull up this one more time. Present. You're going to set your goal. What revenue do you want to hit during this challenge? Use the calculator for that. You're going to build your 1K bridge offer. So some of you might already have it, might already exist, and that's awesome. That'll save you some time. If you don't have it yet, watch that masterclass. If you're already inside the club, you can take the whole course on gateway funnels. And then last, our goal by the end of the week is to hit 24 booked calls. But within the next 24 hours, you want to do this, you want to do this, and you want to identify 50 great fit prospects. Starting Wednesday, I'm going to start releasing the secret tasks we're going to do to move people from not even knowing you exist into being a client. Does anybody have any questions about this challenge, what to expect, anything at all? I am here and I am looking at the chat. Okay. I'm not seeing anything new come in. So thank you so much for joining me on this challenge today. Everything I just showed you is already live inside of the challenge. And I want you what's the class again? Okay. It is, let me show it to you. Boop. It's called the 6 to 6K challenge. And it's all the way at the bottom in the training section. Oh, the class for identifying the 50 prospects. Okay. So one would be the niche communities training would be one of the great. I'm here. Okay. Melissa. So the answer for you is you can find your 50 prospects in 2 different places if you need different strategies. So the niche communities training is one of them. And the second one is in the LinkedIn playbook. So those are two easy places that you can quickly identify 50 dream clients. Awesome. You got it. I see the smiley face. Um, okay, cool. Now that we got that underway, go to the 6 to 6K challenge. You can start doing all of the early access It Begins stuff. Wednesday, the first secret task will drop. And remember, head over to the community over here because I want to hear about all of your wins. Make sure to share your wins right over here. I want to know what you're getting and the progress you're making. And on Wednesday, you will also get the dashboard for you to be able to track. Oh, hey, Davardi. Let me, 1 second. So you're on Wednesday, you're also going to get the spreadsheet to track all of your outreach, all of your connection calls, and your sales that you get. So make sure to do that because this is going to be a fun little task that we have. Should I just have a list of 50 for now? That is, you don't need to get to over 50 actually, I don't really need this anymore. So for this question, for the challenge, you don't need to go over 50. 50 is the right number math wise to be able to hit this goal. If your goal is a little bit higher, then go higher than 50. But if you're curious where to find these dream prospects, go into the niche communities training and the LinkedIn playbook training. Both of those have great ways to find dream clients that are a good fit for you. And should you start DMing them? You can. If you DM them now before you get your first task, use the magic DM that's inside of the LinkedIn playbook. Okay. Awesome. Is everybody else good? Did I answer everyone's questions? I'm scanning and making sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay. So if you guys are good, then let's get started with the challenge. Oh, okay. So where is the LinkedIn playbook? The LinkedIn playbook is inside of the club in the visibility section. Let me open it up right now. But only the people who are in Tiny Marketing Club have access to the LinkedIn playbook. So I'm going to share my screen real fast so you can see it. It is right here, LinkedIn playbook. It's in the visibility factor section. And you're seeing a weird version because I'm in the admin view, but you get the gist. It's in trainings, the section called the visibility factor, LinkedIn playbook, right there. And how to leverage niche communities for lead gen is the other course that I was talking about. And that is in the workshops and masterclasses section. Okay. Awesome. I think I got everybody's questions answered. And for everybody who is a member of the Tiny Marketing Club, you can always DM me throughout this challenge. I am here. That's part of your membership. And thank you. I'm really excited to see your guys' progress. You're going to kill it. I do not doubt that. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that live training. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. I'll see you next week.